This is your monthly astrology for the whole of February. We have some exciting stuff going on this month. Jupiter is coming very close to Earth and giving us a lick of good fortune. We also have Mercury, the planet of communication, finally going back direct on the 11th. And then we have Venus and Mars coming very close together to ignite our passion. Here's your monthly astrology. Hello beautiful spirit, this is Michele Knight and this is your monthly general astrology overview. Wow, this month certainly has a spiritual air. It kicks off with Venus and Neptune conjunct in lovely spiritual Pisces, and also a Mars and Chiron exact conjunction in Pisces. So basically we're all feeling things on a very deep level. It's almost as if our skin is missing and we are very sensitive and raw. But also, fortunately, there's a sense of compassion and empathy for other people. We all have the ability to really open up and step through to the next level of our spiritual growth and our evolution together as one consciousness. And a lot of this is based on healing past wounds and understanding where our sensitivity and vulnerability comes from. You know, a lot of the wars and chaos in the world today are not based on what's happening in the 21st century, but a history of experience and conflict that stretches back for hundreds of years. And in a way, Chiron is trying to heal us and give us a greater awareness and understanding of each other. And it's up to us to be seeds of that love and compassion and understanding. And often that's hard when we see the turmoil the world is in. But it's our duty really to reach out our hand to each other and offer love and understanding in a way that, you know, some people don't do. We are the virus that is spreading the love. If we spread love, it's catching in a world full of chaos. Now on the 3rd, there's a full moon in Leo. And this full moon is a super moon, sometimes called the full snow moon or the full hunger moon. It's very intense. And actually it's the opposite of what we've been talking about with the Pisces, because it's a little bit me, me, me. We may feel that we want to make a grand gesture or be seen more in the world. We may find in the news people doing something quite extreme to get noticed. On the 6th, we have Jupiter, the planet of good fortune and expansion in Leo, and it's opposite the Sun in Aquarius. Really, all of us need to expand through our ideas and our originality and being the unique soul that we are. But sometimes the ego can mess with our mojo and make us do things for the wrong reasons. Maybe it can make us do things we feel we have to do to get on, to be seen in a certain way. But this planetary experience is saying to us, no, hold your dreams, be the unique soul that you are, but don't let your ego run wild. Now the great news is on the 11th, Mercury, the planet of good fortune, is going direct in Aquarius. Mercury's been going backwards. The positive of that is it may have brought us towards an idea that we had in the past, or even an idea of genius that we did nothing with. And we've been dragged back into the past to sort things out. But it's been playing havoc with contracts and commitments, and it's created fog around communication. When Mercury goes direct in Aquarius, pay attention to your ideas and look to the future. Look at the bigger picture. Aquarians are actually the most peace-loving, non-judgmental sign, and that energy being there gives us a little kiss of that. The new super full moon in Aquarius is giving us all a new start, to have fresh ideas, to be visionaries in a new way. It's very, very inspiring. So look out on the 19th for a new idea. And also on the 19th, the Sun is entering Pisces and there's a 6th planet stellium. It's the peak of our psychic and spiritual growth, but everybody could be very, very oversensitive and kind of feeling very raw and vulnerable on that day. So, you know, tuck yourself up with those that you love and enjoy a very meaningful time. Do something like light a candle and offer yourself forgiveness and compassion, and put some of that wonderful Pisces empathy into yourself. On the 20th, it's all change as the Moon, Venus and Mars bring us out of our shell, because they're all in Aries. You're feeling feisty, you're feeling fiery, the energy out there could be quite intense. People are expressing their passions possibly a little bit too forcefully, but it is a good time for love, and it's an opportunity to really enjoy a passionate experience, as Venus and Mars are making a very close connection in the skies. They're only half a degree apart, and that's quite a rare occurrence. So you may feel in your being a sense that your love and your passion are united, and it's a great time to hook up with someone and experience a real intense, steamy, passionate, wild time. Now, one of the most important things of this month is on the 25th, when we have a pentagram forming. And we have several pentagrams forming this year, and it's crucial, important, and I believe one of our important lessons of the year, all connected to these pentagrams. They're trying to show us that we are not just here on the physical, but we also need to pay attention to our spiritual dimension and the unseen in a way. And also fundamentally, Juno is caught up in these pentagrams. Now Juno, if you haven't heard of her, is a bit like Venus. She's all about relationships, but she's not about the relationships that we idealize or that are kind of romantic and based on our heart's desire. She actually shows us what relationships we need, what relationships are good for us. Maybe it's something that's never occurred to us before, or it's the kind of relationship we're not expecting, but it brings us the opportunity to break relationship patterns. And I believe that in this year we're all breaking many different kinds of relationship patterns, to do with groups of people as well as individuals, and as well as romantic relationships. And it's very liberating and it's very illuminating. On this particular pentagram, Juno is in Leo, and it's sextiling the Moon in Gemini, and that's sextiling Venus and Mars conjunct in Aries, and that's sextiling Mercury in Aquarius, and that's sextiling Saturn in Sagittarius, trining Juno in Leo. It's very fiery, it's very kind of out there. It's about acting on our beliefs, it's about putting our ideas into action, but also being aware of what's good for us, being open to things, and opening our eyes to the things in our life that actually work. On the 26th, we have a Sun and Neptune conjunction in Pisces. There's still that feeling of utter love that we can connect to, and also our deepest intuition. And it shows us how we can present to the world who we truly are, our gentleness, take away the ego, and step through to just being compassionate and open to emotional experiences, rather than trying to cover up with a false face. On the 26th, we have Venus, Mars and Uranus conjunct in Aries. It's a chance for the unexpected to happen. It's the chance to be impulsive. It's the chance to allow yourself to be a love revolutionary and do things differently when it comes to love, by being open, by being honest, by being spontaneous. Certainly is an interesting and powerful month, and it's up to us to be lovers and to embrace each other and to use all of that wonderful Pisces energy to evolve our heart and our soul, and take that Aries energy to leap in and to be excited like a child, and to be expecting of fabulous things, rather than being bogged down with all of the intensity and worry that we may have had last year. I send you so much love. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. I've got a ton of free readings, articles and films on my website, so pop over and visit me, www.michelleknight.com.